Let's be real, guys. One of the biggest clubs in the Premier League is going to suffer relegation. They're going to be in the relegation zone within weeks. We've got Leeds that can't defend transitions, Everton that can't score consistently, and Newcastle are on a slide that nobody saw coming. Stick with us to the end where we reveal the club that has the worst running of fixtures and will be in the relegation zone within weeks.
Yeah, let's dive into it.
So welcome back to Beyond the Stands with me, Chris, and Jack, and we're going to dive into the relegation battle and what we think's about to happen.
Yeah, because obviously we had international break, which we're not a fan of.
Nope, can't stand it.
No.
Waste of time, especially at this time of
And
year.
I think most fans doesn't like it.
Yeah,
It's a
absolutely.
bit boring. But luckily, there's no more internationals in this year, so we can go back to Premier League action.
Football at Christmas. Don't get any better. Boxing Day games, there's only us on. What a result that is.
So I think before we're going to dive into relegation battle, as we mentioned at the beginning, let's discuss United for a start, I would suggest.
Yeah, that's a good way to start, as it always is for us.
So maybe let's start with the Amorim being chosen manager of the month.
Yeah, what a result.
Yeah.
What a result for him. I mean, it must do him and his confidence a world of good, but also pick the team up to be even more on his side.
Yeah.
You know, it shows that the Premier League is seeing it, fans are seeing it.
Yeah, it's first time they went away from slamming him, his tactic doesn't work, his shit, is the right manager?
Yep.
To kind of shows, the unbeaten in 5 games, is the best manager in the month of October.
Starting to work.
It's starting to work. Yeah.
I mean, if we had the depth of players that some of the other teams have, we'd be well up there in terms of the form of games, winning
Imagine
games.
if we will have like depth of City squad or
Yeah.
we'll be.
Yeah. Like in fairness, if we had Casemiro 5 years ago instead of bringing on Ugarte, you know what I mean? Like I think Ugarte,
and if
we
we'll
all
have
know now he's
Bruno
let us
on his
down.
position, and proper middle fielder in, or let's say Mino in form that Amorim will trust, or Ugarte that's performing well.
Yeah.
I think we'll be
we need
on Arsenal spot.
We need Kobe Manu to have games now to be in front of Ugarte.
Yeah.
To come on for Casemiro when he needs to be off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Casemiro's got about 75, 80 minutes in him. So if we had Manu that could come on for them last 10 minutes to see the game out if we're up.
Even like to kill the game.
He can change the game if we're losing as well. Whereas I don't think Ugarte
he proved that in the past. So
exactly.
Yeah.
Ugate's not got that.
No.
He's not got that instinct up front or in the attacking position.
I don't know, his work rate dropped massively, which Amorim called out. We've seen what appeared in the media that Amorim had a war with
he went
Ugarte.
Didn't he? He went in after. What we know now is he went in after the Tottenham game, and that we lost in the Europa League final. Apparently, he roasted him, absolutely roasted him, and fair enough.
Which is quite like in Amorim. He's not afraid to call out players that are not willing to put an effort in the work, and
he's not scared, is he?
Yeah.
I think we've had a lot of managers that have been scared to pull the players up on bad behaviour, poor run of games, not training so well. You look at the Rashford situation with all the previous managers; they still played him, even though he won't
because of the name. Yeah.
So to have a manager now that backs form and stability over a name, is refreshing. It's absolutely refreshing. Obviously, we've got another problem: Sesko being out.
Yes.
That's. I mean, I don't really see who we've got to go behind him, to be honest.
Because
now Højlund's at Napoli.
Højlund and Xerxes. I like him. But when he was playing regularly last season, he was good.
Yeah.
Now he didn't have much.
He's not a nine though either.
No.
He's not your out and out striker.
But I was thinking, Xerxes could play maybe with Bemo and Cunha will play up front.
Yeah.
Or they can swap.
Yeah. Them top three could transition between all three positions.
But it's a lack of consistency and game time that Xerxes had this season.
Yeah.
This is what I'm slightly scared. And obviously, Chido Obi Martin is a promising striker.
Yeah, he'll come through.
But
as long as he sticks at it and don't get disheartened for not playing.
Because he had some chances last season and he was showing the glimpses of being a great striker in the future.
Gets in the positions where you want him as well, and he stays in the box.
But annoyingly, I think we're on this moment of the season when we finally picked up. It started to gel together, everything started to work. Sesko's injured now.
Yeah, we've lost his main man up front.
Yeah.
And that changes the whole complex of the game then, especially when you play somebody else up front. You don't have necessarily the person you can lump a ball in You know, you can cross it into Mbeumo. Well, maybe you could Mbeumo, but
Yeah.
Cunha and Xerxes, you can't really cross it into them. They're not tall, they're not big, they're not powerful with a head.
Yeah.
You know, long throws are a big thing these days. You can't
Yeah.
you can't have them whipped in.
No.
So you've got to change the way you get into the box, and that's going to put us back to where we were trying to walk it into the
exactly.
the box.
It's
not
like
ideal.
Back to his tactical work again, and change things around.
We need another striker. I
Massively.
think we're selling Hoyland now, aren't we? I think
but by the look of it,
these guys are going to buy him.
Unless
that's disappointing.
There are some rumors that apparently, well, if they're gonna keep Conte because results are not going Napoli's way recently.
Yeah.
There are some rumors that if Conte will go, the new manager is not gonna be necessarily a fan of Hoyland.
Yeah.
But it depends who's gonna be in. So it's too early to dive into it, but I think we will sell him.
Yeah, I think it'd be a good 40 million though.
Yeah.
To go in January transfer budget, which could help us fix his midfield.
Yeah.
Definitely. But again, fixing midfield's not a big problem because we've got the players there, like we said in Kobe Mainoo.
They just have to pick up their game.
Yeah, we only need that one person, and we've got him there.
Yeah.
We need Kobe to be the starter and bring Casemiro on at the end.
Same with Ugarte. He can still change it around and show Amorim, I'm still there. Sorry, you're right, You need to do exactly what Maguire has done.
Yeah, graft.
All this criticism Maguire, received, all this grass in the media, all that. He put his head down, put a shift in, started to work hard, and look where he's now. That's what Ugarte needs to do.
Yeah, he's buried his head, hasn't he, Maguire, and he's rode it out, and he's back on form again now. It's good to see.
Yeah.
Like, as much as us as fans, we absolutely ruin players. We slate them like hell because the results don't go our way. We've got to remember they're still a person. He's still got his feelings. He's still got his family. He's still got mental, capabilities to keep on top of everything that's going on, as well as bad results and bad games. It's a lot for him, and he's come out shining. Yeah. And that's an absolute testament to Harry Maguire that how mentally strong he is.
Yeah, to survive all that
and then just keep going
and come back stronger.
He didn't even think I'm going to leave.
Yeah,
that's it. The fans don't want me. I'm not playing great. I've been dropped. I'm not the captain anymore. He took his captaincy off him. A few years back, and it's like he didn't give a shit. He just went, I'm going to stay. I'm going to fight for my position. It's done.
Yeah,
I'm
still going to prove I'm one of the best defenders.
Absolutely.
So
and rightly so, because that goal against Liverpool. Who other in the team than Harry Slabhead Maguire could rack that ball in with his head?
Yeah.
It's only going to be him.
It's like it's nearly like his legacy at United, scoring these important goals. Look at the game with Lyon. That, fair enough, we lost to Tottenham in the final, but
but to get us there, we needed Harry Maguire.
Yeah,
so that worked.
And also another bright thing we want to talk about is Brian Wemo this season. I think he's a game changer for us.
Player of the month with Amorim. Fantastic. We've said this, didn't we, when we touched on it before when we bought him. What a big player he's going to be.
Yeah,
I think he bagged 20 goals for Brentford last season.
Yeah,
so we bought a proven goal scorer. Yeah, proven he can run the league. And he can demolish.
Yeah, he's familiarised with everything. Yeah. You don't have to adapt him to the Premier League.
He can demolish wing backs.
Yeah,
he can take them on. He can outmuscle them. He can do the lot. Keep him fit. Keep him hungry. We've got a bargain.
Yeah,
an absolute bargain.
The only scare of that, AFCON.
Oh yeah, nah.
So and that's gonna be in the most difficult period of time when we usually shine. We usually shine through the Christmas games. When you get game every 2-3 days.
Yeah.
That's when we usually when picking up in the
table. We're losing 3, aren't we? Mazraoui, Mbeumo, and Diallo.
Diallo, yeah.
That's 3 big players.
Big players, yeah. Diallo is in form.
Yeah.
So yeah, that will be a difficult period for us, but we'll see.
And Mazraoui just come back into the team.
Literally, I just came back. Yeah, just show he's a good player.
He is, and again, I'm surprised that Bayern let him go. I think he's been quite consistent since we bought him.
And he was quite cheap signing for us as well. It was like 60 million.
Bargain.
But yeah, really good signing. And it gives Amorim more option as well, because how Amorim changed the squad last time, he put Mazraoui in Ahmad position, put Ahmad more in front.
Yeah.
And that could be our answer to Sesko being out.
Yeah.
Because then you can play.
And Mbeumo up top.
Yeah.
Diallo's good on the wing.
Yeah.
He's not a wing
So
back.
Diallo can play with Cunha, Mbeumo up front, or Mbeumo can swap with Cunha. You've got this option of rotation. Yeah. That might work. But again, they'll be off to AFCON. So our right wing is gone.
Yeah. And that's a problem. Because we haven't really got anybody to step in to back that up when they do go. No. Obviously the club's probably looking at options within the club themselves and who they may be able to buy in January.
Yeah.
But it's a short-term problem.
It is.
We don't need a long-term
We don't
fix.
need, no. Especially, we don't want to be in the same position that we're going to make rush decisions, make some silly transfers just to, patch a position we need to, like, fill now, and then we're going to be stuck with,
You can even stick Bruno at wing. You can put Bruno out into Mbeumo's position.
Yeah.
And cover that side. He'll do a job. Yeah. And he'll whip a ball in.
It just means mine has to now play with Casemiro and finally up his game.
Or stick Ugarte with Casemiro.
What I ultimately want to happen, to be honest with you.
Or Ugarte and Menu. And have Casemiro as a backup to them two. Yeah. But give the other two guys game time.
Yeah.
It'll be great. In a way, maybe AFCON could be a saving grace.
Could be, yeah.
Give Amorim that insight to actually.
I'm just hoping we're just not going to lose momentum, which is, going in our favour now. But
yeah.
We will see. It might be like too early, but it's something to bear in mind.
Well, naturally, over Christmas, we've always been good. We always pick up results over Christmas. It boosts up to the table. In previous seasons, it took us up a few positions. And even when we've been at the top, way back when we're Ferguson, we'd get an extra lead ahead.
Yeah, we always get the lead, though. Yeah, and if with other managers, it was usually the time when we've been picking up points and like going up in the table.
That's it.
And now how the table looks like, how tight it is between even first, like between second
and 15th.
Like 15th, yeah, it's literally a matter of like 5-6 points.
Yeah.
Suddenly you're in top 4. You're in the race title.
That's it. It is crazy this season how tight it really is, because obviously we have banter with other fans, don't we? Like Liverpool fans and things like that. They're below us. They've lost more than us, but one game puts them in second. It's like that game we drew against Tottenham. We were second while we was winning. Tottenham were like 8th or 9th. Then when they get a draw, but they're in second, we're down where we are. Well, hold on a minute, but it's the goal difference. Because it's so tight. Goal difference is mega at the moment.
It is. So, and I was so happy when we managed to get that equaliser. Especially to sit down with Richarlison, who like took his shirt off. Yeah. He acted like they won a title. Like he was crying. And I was doing watch along live, and I was so glad, that happened. Yeah. It was so satisfying.
But that's not the first time he's done that. And it's quite often that he's done that. He's thought he's won the game. And, I mean, you can't predict football, so you never know you've actually won the game until the whistle's blown. So the guy should know, but then he's took his top off and got booked for it as well. Yeah. And it just makes you look more of a
Imagine if that would be second yellow.
Oh, God,
yeah. Silly
and then he's down in tunneling and Man United score. You just, you'd hate yourself, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You really would. So, I think we'll be all right. We're going to struggle maybe with AFCON. But with everything that's going on around the club, I think the buzz is good. Everything's positive. There's not as much negativity now.
Actually, nearly forgot. There's one more thing I want to discuss United-wise. Not sure you heard about what Amorim changed. It's about the connection between players and supporters. It's about autographs, and so he kind of made a rule. There is tradition before the game. People usually stay around Old Trafford, and players come around, sign shirts. And recently, even during Ten Hag, there were like many players bothered, they were like kind of going past, just waving, and there was not too much connection. Now Amorim made the rule that at least few players, they have to go before the match, stay with supporters, sign some shirts and stuff, and then the players changes, and after the game, it's the other players that didn't do that. They do it at the end to show more like
connection to fans.
Like thank you to the fans as well that you support us for so long time.
We stuck around with them for a lot of shit, haven't we? Really. They need to give us some
back. And for me, it's obviously it's good for the fans, but for me, Amorim shows the players, look, you play for them. Yeah. This is kind of the message he's sending. Yeah. Which is good. You're not like
without fans, you wouldn't have a stadium.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think this is good changes he's making around the club to kind of bring it back to. I don't want to call it back. He wants to be like Ferguson. But he puts the players down.
Hey, listen, if there's one person you ever want to be like, it's going to be Alex Ferguson.
Will be, yeah. I just don't like him to be like, daunted by this, you have to be next Ferguson.
No. But what...
And I think there will be no manager like that anymore.
What the managers have done is they've always tried to put their own stamp on Old Trafford and Man United as a whole. That is a whole culture change within that club.
Yeah,
that it cannot handle. It's gone from the Ferguson days of signing autographs, being with the fans, dressing a certain way, representing the club no matter where you are, what you're doing. Social media wasn't really a thing early stages of Ferguson.
No.
90s and 90s and stuff like that. So he didn't have to deal with that. But towards his end of his career, before he retired, social media was a thing.
Yeah, it was
a
thing.
And he handled that. There was never no leaks. Nothing ever came out of the changing rooms.
Yeah, that was always closed.
I think if Amrim's going to try and revert back to that, bang on, do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, go back to what we know as a club, what the club is comfortable with, how it's ran, how it's operating. I don't think it's a bad thing. Like, people say, oh, yeah, you're back into history. You'll never be Ferguson. You'll never be the Man United. But why can't we?
Mm-hmm.
It was just one man that set a culture for 25 years that the club adopted and followed.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like we all follow a way of living.
Mm-hmm.
We sometimes will step out of his comfort zones, but the majority of it will stick to the same rules that we've lived by for the last 10 years.
Yeah, yeah.
Same with the club.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a manager that wants to replicate that. I'm all for it.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
clearly
I'm all for it as well.
Managers changing it hasn't worked.
Yeah.
So get that out and get back to what we knew.
Mm-hmm.
Lady Calf on reception. There's only one thing we're going to miss.
Yeah.
You know, bless her, but if we could bring her back, we would.
We would, yeah.
You know. So let's go on to relegation then.
Yeah.
There's 3 clubs that we mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Newcastle, Everton and
Leeds
United. And they're all above relegation, just about.
Just about, I would say.
Yeah.
But they are in danger because for all them clubs that we mentioned, they are in a really bad form.
Yeah.
Like Newcastle lost. Sorry, I'm about Leeds. Leeds lost 4 out of 5 games.
Yep.
Everton, I think they only managed to get 1 win, 1 draw, and 3 losses.
Yeah.
Newcastle, shocking.
Ooh, they're sliding.
So yeah, I think they are literally.
They've hit the rubber dinghy rapids of the Premier League and they're flying down to the bottom.
And obviously we all know Wolves are at the rock bottom.
Yeah, there's no change.
I don't think there's a lot, even with new manager. I don't think there's much hope for them.
Nope.
But Forest are picking up. West Ham are picking up.
Yeah.
If Leeds, Newcastle, Everton are not going to up their game, they are seriously facing.
Positions, aren't they? Yeah, 100%. And I think we've looked at earlier the games for West Ham.
Mm-hmm.
They've got a tough run of games.
Yes.
So that's Newcastle's chance to win their games, even though they're tough as well.
Mm-hmm.
To win their games and they'll boost themselves away.
Yeah.
But if West Ham pick up at least a couple of draws in a
especially
win,
they managed to get 2 wins.
Exactly.
New manager effect.
Newcastle are back in relegation zone.
Yeah.
They've gone from European football last season, finishing in top 4 or 5, to now bottom 3.
Yeah.
Like, it's ridiculous. And I mean, they've not really lost anybody. I wouldn't say Isaac was a massive loss because he's not done note this season.
No.
They've got Volta there who's banging goals in.
So
that's
they've replaced Isaac.
Who else did they lose?
They've got Elanga now, did they?
Yeah, they bought Elanga from
So
Forest.
they kind of strengthened a few positions.
Yeah. There's just something not clicking, is it, Freddie, out?
No.
It's not working for some reason. But yeah, I think they're really in danger of going down. Leeds United not scoring. And, now they're struggling to defend as well, so they're leaking goals.
They are. And the main difference in Leeds as well, because I've got a lot of Leeds fans around me at work, because they're obviously local fans.
Yeah.
What they are annoyed with is they saying before at the beginning of the season we have couple good results, but they say even when we lost, it was we've been creating chances, we've been dominating the game, possession was there.
Football's been good.
Yeah. Now they're saying everything is crap. We don't create chances, we don't defend.
And it's crazy how quick it can turn, isn't it? I mean, we know that. From us, we've gone from feeling like that to feeling like, actually, we're playing well now.
Yeah.
Like, it can change so quick. But for Leeds being where they are in the league, it needs to not change that quick.
Yeah.
They need to go back to the basics of what they were doing and just hope them chances do start to come back.
Yeah. And there are questions around, is it time for Leeds United to change the manager, move away from Farke?
Daniel Farke, isn't it?
But it kind of, he put a stamp over the Leeds. I think he found a way for a club like that to compete, to be able, maybe not like, be suddenly like top team, but I think if they'll stuck team, they could become like the mid-table team.
Yeah.
Remember a couple of years ago what Sean Dyche done to Brunei when they stay up in Premier League for a couple of seasons?
Yeah.
It wasn't maybe the nicest football to watch, but they found a way how to play to stay up and be that team that no one plays against.
It's difficult,
exactly,
to break down and to play against.
And this is ultimately what Farke has done with Leeds.
Yeah.
They were thriving through Championship, and there was glimpses at the beginning. This is how they're going to play in the Premier League. But
I mean, if you look at Sunderland and what they've done, what a season they're having.
Yeah. Obviously, they are. If you look at the position of the table, they are overperforming.
Yeah, 100%.
But still, I cannot take away, how well they play.
They're just organised, aren't they?
They are.
They're organised. The manager's got everything what they need to have. The club's backing the manager. Everything seems set for the Premier League and to stay around a couple of years. Normally, they've come up and they've gone back down.
Yeah.
You know, and I think this time now they're going to definitely stay up.
Mhm.
They're going to become a problem.
Yeah.
I mean, they're already a problem for Newcastle.
Mhm.
I bet the bragging rights up there, but it's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, like up Tyneside and stuff like that. Like, I wouldn't like to be a Newcastle fan at this point
No,
in time
no,
with
me neither.
Sunderland being as good as they are.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think for Leeds it is a worry. I think it's probably something they can maybe sort out after Christmas and
Mhm.
have a better end to the season.
Yeah.
Maybe just about to survive.
Mhm.
But
You just have to avoid like sudden movements with managers. Don't do like any
don't
silly
disrupt.
decisions. Don't disrupt the process. Just give it a bit more time. You know, maybe I don't know. Look it from different angle. Maybe swap the players a bit because they got the depth of the squad. You know, they
Yeah.
got player like Daniel James. You know, we all know how good he can be.
Yeah.
You know, you just
use his strengths a bit more.
Mhm.
But yeah, see what they do. I do think they'll drop it in and out of the relegation
I think
zone.
they'll be
I
like.
think with West Ham being how they are at the moment with the new
Mhm.
manager, I think between Newcastle, Leeds, and West Ham, I think they're going to be the three that will swap a lot.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think Everton will drop into that bottom zone. I think they'll just do what they always do and they always stay above.
Yeah, they always stay above, which annoys me.
Yeah,
But
I mean, Everton themselves are not great. They've got Jack Grealish. You'd think, all right, they're going to get some more output out of him. You know, Beto up front's been doing all right for him. But,
and they had momentum at the beginning of the season, even better than Leeds.
Yeah. But
they were showing you,
disappeared.
They were like quite decent side. You know, there was difficult to play against them. They had, as I said, Jack Grealish. You know, creating a lot of chances. Now it's a bit of they'll win a game, lose two, finish with a draw, get 2 wins.
They're relying a lot on Pickford. He's made some cracking
Yeah.
saves over the last few games, and he's really kept them in the games as best as he can. There's only so much a goalkeeper can do. When the rest of the team are just not quite there. I think it's a really difficult and odd situation for Everton.
Yeah.
Like you said, after the start they've had, to now be where they are, you think they're probably a little bit more like 12th, 11th place maybe, but yeah, an odd one.
Yeah, and the last team we can discuss, because we'll leave the Wolves alone because God knows what's going to happen to them. Forest.
Yeah.
Obviously they are second from the bottom.
Yeah.
But I think they will pick up with all this. You know, Ange Postecoglou is gone. They're obviously in a bad form, but I think they will try, they will fight to stay, because
They've
again,
got the
if you look at their squad, yes, they lost Elanga, they lost a couple players, but it's not like they sold the whole half of the squad.
No, the core of the squad's still there.
Yes, still there. So I think it's a matter of rejigging a few things.
Yeah.
Maybe have
getting
a bit
that confidence
approach.
back.
Yeah.
I mean, if you've got to think Anger's come in and gone straight back out again. That can't be good for a team around.
No.
It must be like, well, is it us?
Yeah.
You know, are we the problem? Like,
but I think it was. I was never a fan of Ange Postecoglou, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
You know, they were like overhyping him.
Yeah.
He managed to get a trophy for Tottenham. You know, a trophy for Tottenham, first in 50 years. But
happened to be as well.
Yeah. Well, I think I don't know. He was one of the managers. He could be alright for a club like, I don't know. I don't want to even mention top 6, but let's say Newcastle. Let's say they're sacking Eddie Howe.
Yeah.
Well, you've got like squad depth. He will be good for a team like that, but not for like your Forest, even for a Brighton.
Yeah, like a struggling team. Well, Brighton don't struggle, do they? Brighton are pretty well.
Yeah, they are now, because they well managed club, because what they do is very smart. But he will be good at Bournemouth, you know, teams like that, but not like relegation teams.
Yeah, because he hasn't got the minerals for it, has he?
No, he doesn't have this. I think he doesn't have the balls. Just be honest,
to make the decisions he needs to. I think like he had an easier time with Spurs because he had good players around him. He had good players to rely on, like Heung-min Son and Maddison and things like that. Can get him out of games when they've played really bad.
Yeah,
makes him look good when they win 2-0. But the game isn't 2-0.
Yeah,
it's they've scored a goal that's been bobbled in, deflected in. Then they've been under pressure for 60 minutes, and then they've managed to just nip a goal on a corner, a Van der Ven header maybe or something, and then it's 2-0. Tottenham, they've played really well. It's like, if you break the game down, no, they haven't.
No,
you know they've had these players to rely on, and it's happened like that.
It did, yeah.
But Forest are one to look out for. I think they'll jump out.
I think they'll jump out, yeah.
And
it will take time. It won't be like suddenly they're going to start playing amazing.
No, January, February time, I think they'll be out.
Yeah, I think so. Slowly, they're going to build up
the
momentum and get out of the relegation zone.
Yeah. So what we mentioned then right at the beginning, let's go back to the team that we think's got the worst run of games to come out in
fixtures.
this relegation battle. And we think it's going to be Newcastle, don't we?
I think so, yeah.
Setting aside West Ham, we know if you look at West Ham's fixtures, they look horrific.
Yeah, on paper they look horrific, but
they're in the relegation. This is for the teams.
Compare the form, exactly.
Yeah.
And if you look on the form as well, West Ham are on the uprise.
Yeah, and Newcastle are on the down.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's not fantastic outlook for Newcastle.
No.
Coming into the Christmas period and into the New Year. They've got, obviously, I think they've got us next.
Well, Newcastle got City first.
City next.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So that will be a tough game because City are playing very well now. They picked up, so it'll be. I don't think they'll get a point from that. And they'll be nowhere near close to get a result against City.
That's a loss already. Yeah. I think that's going to put them down. And if West Ham can win their next game, that's it. The swap positions already. Yeah. So that's bad news.
They straight away in the relegation zone.
But then they've got Everton.
Yeah, which is game for 6 points.
Oh, it's a 6-pointer written all over it, isn't it? Like, whoever wins that basically puts the other one down in serious danger.
And put the pressure on them.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if, say, Everton do get this result against Newcastle, is that now pressure on Eddie Howe?
Mm-hmm.
To go from top end to bottom end within a few months.
And there was already talks in the media about Eddie Howe.
I think that if they lose to Everton, I think they're going to be seriously looking at what's going on there after selling the big players, as well, so-called big players, and then being where they are. You know, I think that's not great.
Yeah, after that they got Spurs.
Oh God, another game for them that's just not.
Yeah,
it's not going to go well.
Normally, I would say that they've got a history and like good results against Spurs, especially recently.
Yeah.
But now, if you look where Spurs are, where Newcastle are, they're like on the opposite ways of the table.
It's crazy, and
it's kind of like watching Spurs last season.
Yeah.
When they struggled.
Yeah.
Like same with us. Now Newcastle is in that spot.
Yeah.
So the roles are changed.
But again, this is the thing. There's no one in the media that's slamming Newcastle. No one's going in at Newcastle. No one's going in at Eddie Howe being rubbish. You don't know what he's doing. He's lost his head. His tactics are wrong.
Yeah.
He loses Isaac and his whole team goes to shit.
Mm-hmm.
Where's all the media?
Yeah.
Where's all the battering, the barrage, and the constant daily updates of Newcastle going further and further down the table? When we were 15th and 16th last season, Jesus, you didn't hear about any other club in league. No. It's just us all
It was
the time.
all about... And especially,
so
we've been quite low in the table, but still the gap to relegation is almost like 12 points.
Yeah.
It's like we're nowhere near. Yeah, we're nowhere near to be relegated. Yeah, they're like literally losing one game. They're in relegation zone.
Yeah, that's it. And if they lose two, which they're quite well,
highly possible.
Games, they're done. I think they're going to be right in there, and then they're going to be struggling, especially if Forest pick up.
Mm-hmm. And after that, after Spurs, they got 2 games, which normally I would say, they'll win them, but they've got Burnley first.
Yeah.
I think that they will manage to get a win there, but it won't be an easy win normally.
I think they'll draw Spurs. I think they'll claw draw 1-1, 2-2.
Yeah.
And I think they'll beat Burnley.
Yeah.
They're going to win one at least.
I think, yeah. Because I'm not trying also to make agenda like, they're going to lose all the games.
No, we're not saying that. But we're just trying to base it out on what we think and their form and their run of games compared to the other teams. I don't see them getting the results. They might shock us and win all of them. They could absolutely run right at City and win 4-0. Yeah, who knows? Everton again, they could beat Everton. It's not a game they can't beat.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're not saying they're going to lose them all.
Yeah.
For any other
but
reason.
I just feel based on form now, I think Everton's gonna have a more chance in their game to beat Newcastle and Newcastle beat Everton. Yeah. Could be a draw, but if I'll have to say I have to put a bet on who's gonna win, I will say Everton.
Yeah, I'd bet same as well. I think I'd bet same. And then obviously with Burnley, I think that's a given win, I reckon.
I think so, yeah.
Not saying that Burnley are terrible, but I just think Newcastle are a level above.
They are, especially Burnley, beginning of the season, they were way better. Now they slowly like losing that momentum. They're not crap, they still, the difference is from this all teams that went up from Championship, they're still keeping up glimpses of good play and chances to stay up, you know, and they're mixing up some losses and wins, but at least they're getting some results.
And it's consistent football as well. Yeah, that's the key thing. The consistency.
And they're showing when they play against top sides, like against Arsenal, they're not giving them easy wins.
Yeah.
So even if they're losing, it's like tough game.
Yeah, they're an issue, aren't they?
Yeah.
So which is good. And then the derby, Sunderland. I mean,
that'll be fun. Imagine if they will lose to Sunderland.
Fans
will go mad. Yeah.
Yeah, I think if they lose to Sunderland, that'll boost Sunderland further up the table.
And I think that'll mean Eddie Howe sacked.
Yeah.
fanters around him.
Listen, if he loses the Everton game, I mean, he's going to lose the City game. If he loses the Everton game,
he will be already on the verge of,
and then say he gets a draw, like we said, against Spurs and a win at Burnley, and then he loses Sunderland, done.
Yeah, I think that's
surely
his job.
He's got to be on chopping block.
Surely, yeah.
Like, I don't know how you can come back from being knocked into the relegation zone by Sunderland, but not only by Sunderland, by a promoted Sunderland that have only just come up and are showing Newcastle where you're to stay. Let's put you down a peg or two and send you back to the Championship where you've been before.
Yeah.
A couple of seasons ago. I think that could be that'd be a good game to watch.
It will be a
really good game to watch. What date is that on?
That's actually
14th of December. Maybe we could try and do a live watch along for that.
Yeah.
I think that might be quite a good game.
Good game, definitely. Yeah. I agree. Yeah.
But yeah, so that's our prediction for who we think has got the worst run of games in the next 5 out of the teams just above relegation.
Yeah.
Let us know if you think of any difference.
Yeah, if you got
what we think,
different opinions, give a shout out. Put some comments. Do you think we're talking rubbish, or do you agree?
Yeah. Tell us who you think is going to drop in of the 4 or 5 teams above. Who do you think is going to take West Ham's spot? Or Forest spot if there's anyone, or if you agree with us, even if you agree with us and you think that the same as us, get in touch. Let us know. It'd be great to hear from a few of you guys, as well as you listening to us all the time. But yeah, so that's our relegation prediction. Is there anything more from you, Jack?
No, that's everything. I'm just gonna say I'm quite happy. I've said at the beginning, Premier League is back because I was dying, to watch proper football.
It's so bad. I mean, England played the other day, and I didn't even know they're playing. That's how little I pay attention to it.
Yeah. Especially we know, England goes through. It's not even close games, and
we're smashing it. We're conceding hardly any goals. We're winning every game. It's boring watching England because we're just that good. Yeah. We're that good. So I think that's it from us.
Yeah.
Next week we head off to Italy.
Yes, we
to
do.
go see Napoli play in the Champions League.
I'm buzzing for that.
Carabao.
Can't wait.
Hopefully we'll have a little bit of content for you from there.
We're gonna try to do some videos. We don't want to make promises, but we're gonna try to bring back some content from Italy.
We'll take some videos. We'll take his microphones. We'll try and vlog our trip to Italy from the airport.
You'll see bits and bats. So make sure you follow our social media.
Yeah.
You can see some posts on Instagram that not necessarily gonna be in a video.
Yeah.
So follow us that.
But I think that's us. Enjoy the rest of your international break weekend, and hopefully we can get back to proper football.
Yeah.
Where it belongs in the Premier League.
Yeah. See you in the next episode.
Bye-bye.
Bye.